You are listening to Tech Gumbo on Talk 107.3 FM WBRP, brought to you by Gulf South Technology Solutions. I'm Haggai Davis with James Moak. To get in touch with us, James?
Yes, sir. 216-2169.
Or?
They can catch us on the web at gulfsouthtech.com.
That's cool. And don't forget, we have our pulse.techgumbo.net. Log on. You can give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, or just if you're just kind of okay with it, let us know what you're thinking. Right now, it's real fun, real easy to do. This being our interview segment today, we have with us Mr. Greg Pierson. James, you want to introduce?
Yeah, Greg is the Computer Electronic Systems Manager at the Greater Baton Rouge Airport, and we've known Greg for quite some time and are pleased to have him with us on the show today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I appreciate the invite, and hopefully I'll provide some information that's pretty informative to our listeners.
That's the goal. Well, Greg, welcome to Tech Gumbo. So, briefly, if you could, describe the operational structure of the airport.
Sure, that's a great question. The airport is a department within the city of Baton Rouge, and we report directly to the Metro Council, the Mayor President, and also the Airport Commission. While we have a direct impact and a indirect impact as well on the operation of the airport, each tenant, each airline, each restaurant, each agency that works at the airport, they run their own operation independently. That means they're responsible for their own personnel, they're responsible for the day-to-day activities, but we have a good partnership with them, and we do oversee the entire operation as a whole, just similar to what you would have at a mall. We're constantly compared to that just because the mall is responsible for the facility, just as the airport is as well.
So, you being the head of the IT out there, what are some of the systems that you and your team support?
Yes, we support FIDS, which is one of the major, bigger systems that we do support. We disseminate this information via our website, via our mobile website, in the terminal as well. We have 28 monitors throughout the terminal where this information is displayed at. We also disseminate this on Metro Channel 21, which there's a schedule that you can find on www.brgov.com. We're typically on early in the morning, during the middle of the day, and towards the evening hours. But just recently, Haggai, we actually decided to expand our footprint with FIDS and actually deploy it in area hotels. And we're up to 8 hotels right now. A few of them I'll name, which I'll probably get in trouble for not naming them all, but we're in the Cook Hotel near LSU, Spring Hill Suites, also the Chase Suites over on Corporate. But we're really excited about this endeavor, and we just really want to get this information out. Also, we're responsible for ALCS, which stands for Airfield Lighting Control, Lighting and Systems. We do digital signage, audio-visual, terminal paging, common use voice-over IP telephone systems, disaster recovery planning, also the local area network and the wide area network. So we kind of have a large area of responsibility, and as our director states a lot of time, if it has a wire going to it, we're probably responsible for it.
Well, as I understand, you're also in charge of the Wi-Fi network, too.
I am in charge of the Wi-Fi, which is a very important system out here at the airport. We really strive to put passengers first, and when we looked at upgrading our Wi-Fi about a year or two ago, we really wanted to find a partner that we could partner with that would actually come in and understand our operational needs, understand that an airport is not like a coffee shop, and that the equipment that we deploy in the airport needs to match our environment and also be reliable. And we did find that with a company by the name of Gulf South Technology Solutions.
James, you familiar with that company?
I've heard them here and there, but I still hear that they're kind of one of the best kept secrets in town. We're trying to fix that problem.
Well, it's not due to me, because I tell you, I rave about you guys quite a bit. And like I said, Gulf South Technology Solutions came in, sat with us, understood our environment. It's not easy putting Wi-Fi in an airport, speaking to my colleagues. But since then, the system's been reliable. We've had great feedback via the web, via passengers just stopping and letting us know why they were in the terminal. It's fast, it's efficient, and it's free. When we put it in, we wanted it to be free, but we didn't just want it to be free and just say, hey, take what you get. We wanted it to be free and also adequate to the needs of our business travelers.
That's cool. And it's been a joy working with you as well. I know, it took us about 6 months of planning to put it all together. And I know when it launched, I remember how big a smile you had.
Indeed. We're small staffed out there at the airport, but for one less thing to have to worry about, for it to almost be on autopilot, pun intended there. And that's exactly how it is. You guys hung around for the maintenance that went along with it, even though there really wasn't any maintenance. But I knew you guys were there, and the few maintenance calls we had, you guys were very responsive. So we appreciate that partnership.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate the opportunity, Greg. And, we learned a lot during that project as well. There's always, I've always thought, and I'm sure most of our listeners do, that the airport is just in charge of, aviation and the airlines. But we learned that you guys are also a landlord, if you will, and you have tenants and a lot of people around the airport area there that you have to keep, happy as well. And so if you want to, share a little bit about, that side of what, BTR is, that'd be great.
Indeed, and that's exactly how we operate, which is why I used earlier that analogy of the mall. We are the landlord, and we are responsible for essentially overseeing the entire operation. But even though, with that being said, each agency acts independently, but from a technology standpoint, we had to kind of back away and figure out how do we fit into this overall landlord role that we have, and one of the ways is one of the kind of trending ways that we're doing that is common use. Common use is becoming increasingly more popular, I guess, in the aviation industry, meaning that airlines typically connect back to their headquarters for their network infrastructure, for their phone use, and all types of different systems that they have to manage for their passengers. Airports are now starting to step up to the plate and acquire the network infrastructure, own the network infrastructure, and kind of almost act as if it's plug and play. You just kind of show up with your personnel. We'll have all the hardware that you need, and you just kind of rely on us for that equipment. And it's also increasing revenue for airports because it's a new revenue opportunity that airports didn't have before. So it's a good partnership. It alleviates the maintenance from the airlines from dealing with worrying about computers being broken or not working or kiosks not working like they should. And so it's a win-win for both sides.
So in addition to working with the airlines, what does IT what role does that play in the overall passenger experience there at the airport?
Yeah, that's a great question. Passengers are first, like I said earlier. So from a standpoint of how can IT be involved in making sure the passengers realize they're first, we want to make sure that they're connected, and we do that through Wi-Fi, obviously, as we discussed earlier. But also we have, once they get to the airport, we have a state-of-the-art business center that we really are proud of. It's located in Concourse B. It has 4 HP Touch Smart workstations located in it. And to the back, we actually have a copier, a scanner, a fax, all in one that people can use at their convenience.
And then y'all are now the FIDS. That's the arrivals and departure screens and everything?
It is, and that data is updated every 2 minutes. We partner with a third party by the name of FlightView. That information comes straight from the FAA, so it's reliable. Again, accuracy matters, and that information is updated in real time.
Now, what do you guys have to do with all of that whole system, the whole FIDS?
We have a lot to do with it. We're 100% responsible for it. We actually expanded it recently to what's called we call Flight Tracker. This allows you to actually see your airplane over a U.S. map. So not just giving you the time it's supposed to arrive, we want you to geographically see it. And kids really get a kick out of it, including adults as well, just seeing the plane is over Alabama coming from Atlanta.
That's good stuff. And in a technology age that we live in, and people want to know, like I said, when did it take off? When is it going to arrive? And so, like I said, being able to extend that experience even further, is even better. So what are some of the technology or the industry trends that, we should be on the lookout for?
There's quite a bit, but I'll just give you one stat before I go right into it. As geolocation is getting a lot of traction in conjunction with cloud computing. One of the surveys say that 70% of airports will have invested in geolocation by 2017. And real quick, geolocation talks about the location of an object geographically. And one of the ways we're looking at leveraging that is by leveraging it with the Wi-Fi, soliciting to our passengers as they come through the terminal, as they walk by a coffee shop, maybe pushing them a coupon that might, be of benefit to them.
That's cool. So you guys do all the things out there at the airport to make the flying public have a nice experience when they're going through the Baton Rouge Airport. That's really cool. Greg, really appreciate you coming on Tech Gumbo with us today. I think everybody's learned a good bit, James.
Absolutely. I mean, every time we get the opportunity to visit with Greg, whether it's here or in some of our meetings and calls, we continue to learn, and that's great to know that the airport does such great things for the community, and for everybody here in the city.
Especially now at the airport with that new addition, so beautiful.
Yeah.
Really, really nice.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Thanks a bunch.
I want to mention we're doing something different now. Instead of giving away just a copy of Office, we're giving away a copy of Office 365, a 1-year free subscription. Go to our Facebook page, type in the keyword this week, James.
The keyword is school.
Oh, that was last week. This Office 365. The keyword this week is Office 365. Forgot to. I threw you a curveball.
Okay.
All right. So we have one more segment left. This is Tech Gumbo on Talk 107.3.